known as the warm heart of Africa for its stunning scenery and friendly people. But it is also one of the poorest countries in the world, with a fast-growing population which is putting a lot of pressure on natural resources. Malawi has the 50th highest rate of deforestation in the world, which is destroying the habitat that both the people and the wildlife rely on. Wild animals are also under threat because of the continued illegal pet and bushmeat trade.
Last week we got a phone call from a Malawian lady here in Lilongwe, and she mentioned to me that she's keeping a baboon almost already for 3 years in her house. She told me that this baboon is already for 3 years there, and she picked it up when it was very young. Probably she bought it from somebody at the streets. Unfortunately, in Malawi these things happen still quite a lot. People sell baboons, little vervets, all kind of monkeys still along the road. They sell them for $10, $20 maybe. After a couple of years those monkeys get big. When they're small it's still very nice, you can easily handle them, but when they get big it's very difficult to handle this kind of monkeys in your house. Usually they want to get all the food, they want to get up higher in the rank, and they start to get really nasty. So today we're going to have a look to see if we can help this baboon, take it to the Wildlife Centre, and hopefully give it a very good future here in one of our existing groups. I've got just a question form. I just want to ask a couple of questions. Yes, we only use it to know the history about the animal, what it has been eating so far. Yeah, so it's for our own information. So nothing for you to worry about. What has Jojo been eating all the time? What did you give him for food?
Some food.
And she's been eating everything that you give her.
Yeah.
She's not very picky.
Except the meat. She doesn't like it.
No meat, okay. No chicken?
No.
But she's always on the rope.
Yeah.
She's never walking free.
No.
And how long does she already have the rope? Since the beginning? Or
Since the beginning.
she's used to it?
Mm.
I'm not really sure if she understands all the social signals. And why do you want us to take her now?
Because I'm going out.
You're leaving?
Mm. So if I leave, he will be very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can't take care for her. Yeah. But I think it might be nice for her as well, because always being tied up a tree, when she's getting bigger and bigger, it's more difficult.
Yes. Bye. Love you.
We just brought Jojo into our quarantine. Here she will stay now for the next 6 weeks. In those 6 weeks we're going to do a couple of medical checks where we test on if she's any disease, if she has any parasites. In general we're going to check if she's a healthy monkey and if we can put her in one of our groups without any danger for the other animals and also for the caretakers. So 6 weeks in a quarantine cage, and after that we're going to introduce her in one of our existing groups.
Lilongwe Wildlife Centre is Malawi's only wildlife sanctuary, caring for orphaned and injured wildlife. So far, we have rescued hundreds of animals from big carnivores like lions and hyenas to bush babies, monkeys, pythons and baboons. We have released many of them back into the wild where they belong, and those who need to stay with us for the rest of their lives live in big enclosures where they can roam freely.
Well, this is the first quarantine health check that we're doing for Jojo. He's been with us for about a week. This quarantine, runs for about 35 days, and within the 35 days we do 2 health checks, and today is the first one, then 30 days later we'll have to do the next one. This is a routine thing that we do with all the animals that come in at the Wildlife Centre, and within this period we try to cater for parasite load, tuberculosis, just basically get a baseline through taking blood counts and these kind of things. Pretty much looking at several things, the growth rate as well as the adaptation, and what else you might have that you could pass on to the existing yellow baboon groups that we have.
We are working alongside the local communities to see some positive steps forward in conservation of habitats that both wildlife and the people rely on. We have over 12,000 school children visiting the center every year who take part in our environmental education programs. And these are after all the next generation who can choose to have a positive or negative impact.
It has been now 6 weeks ago that Jojo left the quarantine, and we started to integrate her into the group of Cornelius, a group of 22 other yellow baboons. As you know probably that Jojo didn't have any social experience. She was kept as a pet for 3 years, and probably she came into that house when she was a couple of weeks old. She's one of the lowest ranked females in this group, which is quite normal. So she has a lot to learn, but she has time to learn, and I'm confident that in the future she will have a good life in this group.
We really believe we can make a difference this way, by both giving injured and orphan animals a chance whilst also looking at the bigger picture, encouraging more sustainable livelihoods and working together for a brighter future. That's exactly what we are doing here at the Lilongwe Wildlife Centre.